Hello everybody, welcome back to Steam Spirit Gaming. My name is Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
Back with more Ori and the Blind Forest. And, I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to navigate this little bit here. I just knocked that to the side. So then it swings a bit out of the way as I'm... Oh, geez, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of that, aren't I?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I don't see how much that particular instance of doing it really helped me, though. Ow. Unless... Aha. Also, I've got a wall climb ability now. I got that in the last episode.
Okay, I might have missed it because of my huge discussion. All my reading.
Yeah, so now not only can I, like, grab onto walls... Before I would have to, like, jump up them repeatedly to scale them. Now I can just latch on and actually climb like that.
Very nice.
Still don't actually have the dash ability, though. Which means my, air dash that I spent upgrade points for is currently useless.
That's so crazy to me, like, it lets you do that. I mean, I guess it's kind of like when you buy DLC for a game thinking it's the game, and it's like, well, guess I'm stuck.
Wow, really?
I've never done that, but...
That attack just outright obliterated me. And I thought I still had plenty of health.
Yeah, that was...
Anywho. Well, at least now that I know how to get up. It's,
Don't buy DLC without buying the game, that's the moral.
Oh, yeah. But it is kind of weird how it'll be worded sometimes.
Yeah. I also found it weird. This is not... It has nothing to do with DLC, but... Kingdom Hearts Melody, the song one,
Yeah.
is the same price as, like, the compilation games. That's crazy to me.
I mean,
I don't know.
it is the most recent one.
Okay. I guess that might be why.
That's the only reason it makes any sense to me.
I guess that's fair enough.
Oh, geez. Multiple enemies. Take that. Gotta say, the bash ability is just so freaking crucial.
Achievement. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Like, not only to navigating terrain a lot of the time, but also in the combat, it seems.
Yeah.
There's a terrain navigating instance. Oh, I probably need to, like, wall climb here first, and then, yeah.
Wall climb. Now this is like,
Doggone it.
Can't believe I'm forgetting it.
And it's been a little while since I saved. Really? Come on. Sometimes I get into a jam like that and I'd almost rather just die.
That was giving me Celeste vibes, just because I remember you having to grab onto moving platforms in that game too.
Be gone.
Be gone!
Away with you, evil pesterers! Anybody else recognize that line? Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
Oh man, it's been so long since I saw this show. It's so good, though.
Nostalgia bomb activated.
Yeah. Remember that meme where like Ed was super powerful? Like super strong.
I don't necessarily that being a real big meme with him being super strong. I remember they called it like Ultra Instinct Shaggy or whatever.
Yes, that too, yeah. Rolf was the underrated character in Ed, Ed, and Eddie, in my opinion. He's so funny. Ed the boy.
How dare you insult the son of a shepherd?
Oh man.
Oh jeez, no. I'm
Plank was
messing
kind
this
of
up.
underrated too.
Sorry, what was that?
Plank was kind of underrated too.
I don't know. Sometimes I found his delivery a bit wooden.
But that was a good one.
Okay, it seems we're having some very lighthearted, fun discussion, you know, to balance out our previous
Yeah.
deep theological debate.
Yeah, if you're back for more of that, sorry to disappoint.
Full disclosure, we're editing this. We're recording this like literally right after the previous bit of recording. So, you know, we have not gotten your responses yet as to whether you want more of the deep theological stuff. Come on! So many deadly things.
It's a hard game. It's hard. Yeah, this is pretty brutal. I would not be good at this.
I don't want to, like, keep constantly saving, because, well, I don't even have the energy for that.
Yeah.
What the, why did... Okay, that was weird. I'm like, why didn't I grab onto the thing? Okay, better.
Better.
Oh, jeez. Okay. And then that thing comes rolling at me.
Jeez.
Did I seriously get hit by that?
No, it was in your mind.
Well, it made the sound like I got hit. Okay. Ouch. I've made a habit of holding right trigger all over the place now, and turns out that that maybe didn't... Maybe that wasn't the most helpful thing to do because of the glider. That's kind of what I wanted to do, except get myself away from the explosion there. Oh, man. So, anyway, besides trying to figure out AI's, you know, moral Christian biases, what have you been up to?
Yeah, I did that video editing thing, which was pretty cool. let's see. I kind of recently got into Path of Exile 2. My brother got me into it. And then like I also kind of got into Path of Exile 1 because like it's really weird. They made Path of Exile 2, which is actually in early access, but they're planning on continuing continuing Path of Exile 1 just as a separate game. And at first I was like, that's really weird. Why would you do that? Now that I've played it, it's like, oh, like everything is different enough that it actually does make sense for it to be a different game. Just for example, one of the biggest differences is in Path of Exile 2, you can dodge, and it feels more like a Souls-like because except it doesn't have parry, but you dodge, attack, and you have to learn the bosses. Like, you're gonna die many times learning the boss, and then once you learn it, you can learn when to dodge, etc., etc. Path of Exile 1 is more about just making a build that can withstand anything. At least this is my experience. There's tons of different builds, but like so far from with the classes that I've played, it's like you don't dodge. You make builds that you can either like withstand the attacks, or you do one of your own combos to kind of get around the attacks. There are like movement skills that kind of can be a dodge, but it's not really the same as like a Souls-like dodge. And then there's always the point that like people have invested tons of time and money in their PoE1 characters. That's another kind of aspect. But I do understand, like just coming into this stuff fresh, I do see how they can both be valid games at the same time. It just seemed weird at first. But, oh man, let me tell you. I don't know that I can really recommend the games because, like, the systems are so complicated. I played for, like, 15 hours before I even understood the, like, skill tree, the passive skill tree. Like, basically, let me explain it this way. Leveling up, you get one... it's basically like the Final Fantasy X sphere grid. So you get one node for the sphere grid, except there's like 2,000 spots to go in, and so it's like,
yeah,
how do you even? And by the way, in PoE 1, you do not get to respec your character ever. You get like very rare refund points. So you're like locked in. If you build wrong, you're screwed. So it's like, I don't know, you got to look up a build online and follow it basically, because you're not going to understand what to do, and it takes a long time. Like I've been playing a long time now, and I still don't, I don't think I'd be able to just like wing it and make a build that works. And like by the time you get to the end game, your build better work. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to progress. So that's why it's like, it's fun, but I just don't know that I can recommend it and just be like, yeah, just download the game and play it, because it could get frustrating. Anyway, that was really long, but that's a game that I just recently got into. Games. Yes. And what about you? What have you been playing? You've been streaming Kingdom Hearts 3. How's that going?
Rough, just because I've been on, well, at least the past week or so, I've been on the final boss of the DLC, so literally the toughest battle in the game.
Jeez.
And the thing is, I'm still actually only playing on Proud mode. I can't even imagine how tough it would be on Critical.
Oh my gosh, I forgot there's a difficulty past Proud.
I mean, not every game in the series has a Critical mode, but yeah. I think most of them... Okay, 2 definitely does, and so does 3.
Yeah, because 1 doesn't. I was playing a Proud difficulty, and yeah, it was... that was it. There's nothing hard.
Although, fun fact, neither 2 nor 3, I think in their original releases, had Critical mode.
Oh,
okay, you know what?
Interesting.
I think I've figured out how I need to handle this, and I'm not doing it right, so... Let me redo that.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, like, there are people on Reddit who say they have played both, you know, Dark Souls games and Kingdom Hearts 3, and they claim that this final boss in the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3 is tougher.
Jeez. That's crazy. Wow. Well, then don't feel bad that you're having a rough time with that.
Oh, come on. I tried to drop the thing so I could attack this enemy coming up here. And it, like, took an extra second dropping this object.
Does Chain of Memories have critical, or is it just Proud? It's probably just Proud.
Yeah, I don't recall it having critical.
That game's hard enough as it is with the card breaking and stuff. IMHO.
Okay, we got the light to the altar thing here.
Yay! You did it! Achievement!
Cleared the Misty Woods? Okay, now I'm realizing maybe all those places that I went to before weren't showing up on the map because the thing that was going on with this made them all, like, obscured.
Yeah.
We lit the Shrouded Lantern, and it lifted the haze. Ori, the key to the Forlorn Ruins, the Gumon Seal, has been revealed. Is this the Gumon Seal? Yeah. You found the Gumon Seal! Using this key, you can gain entrance to the Forlorn Ruins. Thanks! Like, I didn't just hear that.
Yeah.
The element of winds is deep within the Forlorn Ruins, south of this place. It's not too far from here. I can show you the way.
This is the way.
Do you know the way?
Oh, man. I think about that meme, and I just think, like... the times were so much simpler back then. So funny.
Okay, so I think I need to go over this way and just, like, drop down.
That meme is now, like, 10 years old. Isn't that crazy? 2016. I feel old.
What? I guess there's a time limit on using Bash. Good thing it's saved right here.
Okay.
I was trying to knock the enemies into each other there, and it didn't work. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm gonna need to be careful with this, I guess. Really? Okay. I'm like, I need that one gone first.
Yeah.
No. Oof. I thought I was going to get hit there because it was about to charge at me, but I guess I eliminated it before it did. Ouch. Come on.
Come on.
No, Matt, you pronounced it wrong. The thing you got is called Goomon.
What about in Digimon? Goemon. Is there something similar?
There's a Gomamon.
Gomamon.
There's also a, I think there's a Kumamon.
Okay. Is that a bear?
I don't think so. I'm not quite sure what it is, though.
Because I think Kuma
I know,
is bear in Japanese, but I can't remember.
I know Kunemon is like a worm sort of thing.
Okay. Well, I don't know if this is a great time for the passage of the day, but I could...
Well, we're running out of time to
out.
get the passage of the day in either way.
True. I have one that's related to like last time, but you don't need to listen to the whole thing last time to get this one, because this is probably the most famous verse in this passage ever. I don't know, you could correct me. I think this is like the most well-known part of this passage. Okay.
Also,
they
game
leave
suddenly
out
got
some of
really
this
loud. There's like a roaring river.
Oh.
Just, you know what? Let me go into my recording settings here and tone that down a little bit.
A roaring river. I just downed a bunch of coffee. That means I'm going to read it super fast. Okay. As soon as I say what verse it is, you're going to know. John 3:16 through 18. And I'm leaving the next two in because I feel like it's important. It's often left out. But here we go. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned, because they have not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. Yeah, I feel like that all goes together, and the rest is just as important as the first one. I mean, you could say that about the whole Bible, but still. Yeah, I don't know that there's like too much to say. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but I just want to emphasize that it says, whoever believes in him shall not perish and have eternal life. And for God so loved the world, for God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. I'm emphasizing the world instead of like Christians and like any specific group of people. Like it could have said, for God so loved his people that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn his people, but to save his people through him. Could have said that, but it doesn't. It says the whole world. And you got another achievement. I'm getting a lot of those today.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Like I said, John 3:16 I feel like is one of the most famous.
Yeah. I mean, it's also kind of a big deal.
Yeah. And Jesus is kind of a big deal. If you didn't know, if you've never heard of this guy.
Anyway. Alright,
really
sorry.
hard.
I've been real focused on the game, I guess.
That's fine, yeah. I'm watching you.
Nope, that doesn't break. Okay, how exactly am I supposed to get down that way? I guess it's not as simple as, you know, just fall down this. Because I don't know, there's nothing that I've revealed that indicates a way to go down and left like that.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, Jesus came for everybody. Our salvation depends on him. And if it was dependent on anything else, I think the Bible would have said so.
Exactly, yeah. It could have been worded. Yeah, I feel like you're saying in the last episode, there are certain denominations that I'm not going to name this time, but that take one idea and just go too far with it. And I also feel like there's a good amount of, from what I've seen online, and of course this could be biased, anti-Semitism from Christians, just because, like, I mean, I've said this before, I feel like a lot of it's just conspiracy theories. I don't know how much is, like, real people or not, because you have so many bots now that...
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of the dead internet theory?
I don't know if I... Tell me what it is, and maybe then I'll say if I've heard anything resembling that.
Okay. Basically what it is saying is, on the internet, most of the content is not real people. Most of the comments is not real people. So, like, you're not really interacting with anybody on the internet. It's just dead, and there's a bunch of bots. Which I think is true to a certain extent. I don't know that it's quite as extreme as what people are saying. Because obviously you can just talk to people in real life, and they're online. But like, when I go on X, I definitely see a lot of repeated ideas and repeated comments, and it's like, all right, well, this thread is a lot of bots. I can see that. And I scroll down, yep, this thread's a lot of bots too.
And
then
theory seems a lot like what I think of certain faith backgrounds, where it's like, it takes an idea that's probably true, but takes it to an extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And there's always those controversies where there's botted view counts and botted comments, and all that's real. Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you heard about this. There is a social media site now that's only for AI agents. Humans cannot go there. It's really funny.
And wow, I just saw the time of recording. Good grief.
I wasn't thinking too. I just yammer on and on. This is what happens when I have a bunch of coffee.
Well, now I have another dash-related ability that I cannot use because I don't have the base dash.
When do we get that again?
I think that's something I might have to pick up from one of the, like, lights from the trees, for lack of a better way to put it.
Like, why would they let you get so far into the skill tree without having it? It's weird.
Maybe just because it's possible to continually fight enemies and gain experience. And it's like, well, otherwise the game just forces you to, like, hang on to the ability points until you get the, you know, the base skill that's needed for them.
Yeah.
But anyway, all that to say, I guess we should kind of wrap this up here.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a little thumbs up like thing there if you did enjoy it.
Yeah. We would appreciate that.
Alright. Hopefully we'll see you soon for another one. Subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And yeah. I guess for now, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye.